Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else. This is a special welcome for all the early birds who have tuned into this live stream just a few minutes early. The game is about 5 minutes away. The home plate umpires and both managers have just finished discussing the fairgrounds or the grounds rules, but now everyone is lining up for the national anthem. This is the Sonoma Valley Dragons at the American Canyon Wolves. Everyone is heading out there now with the national anthem just a few moments away. All right, the first pitch is moments away. Momentarily, we will be bringing up the alignments and the batting orders for these two teams. But again, the American Canyon Wolves, they're looking to go 500. They're just one game below it. They've been flirting with 500 the whole season. And the Sonoma Valley Dragons are 4 and a lot of losses. No need to go further there. They will be leading things off. Coming up to lead things off will be Austin Hughes, followed by Luciano Hernandez, and then Colin Buckley. Batting cleanup will be River Gillardi, followed by Dylan Hudspeth and Caden Waldrop, and we rounded off with Wyatt Hinman, Chris Murphy, and Jack Stanbaugh. The defensive alignment for the American Canyon Wolves will be Royce Hall on the mound. He's going to be caught by Noah Johnson. Ray Bermudez gets the start at first base, and Dylan Brown is at second. The left side of the infield will be Andre Lopez at third, and Cole Goller is going to be starting at shortstop. The outfield from left to right goes Matias Garcia, Savon Som, and Matthew Schmeling. It's a beautiful day here in American Canyon, California. 21 centigrade, 70 Fahrenheit, mostly sunny. You see just a few wisps of white beyond what I like to call the screensaver hills. As a beautiful backdrop here at American Canyon Field. American Canyon donning their white home pinstripe jerseys. Royce Hall with a little extra flair. He's got the gold embellishments just around the calves. And there's the throw down. The ball is going to make its way around the infield. And Austin Hughes will lead things off. Jersey number 1, the starting center fielder. First pitch of the ball game, just a few seconds early, right at 15:59 Pacific Standard Time. It's in there for strike 1. That one's just outside the zone. That's going to even it out. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Hughes is going to take a cut at it. Strike 2. that one narrowly misses. That's going to even it out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is the type of at-bat that you want to see from a leadoff batsman. He's going to go deep in the count. He'll see a lot of pitches, be very patient. Now, the 2-2 is right at the letters. Oh, and that's ball 4. We're behind on the count. Our apologies. So Hughes, the leadoff runner, is aboard. Here's Luciano Hernandez, jersey number 15, the starting third baseman, a right-handed batsman. No batting gloves. He likes it old school. He takes a big hack at that letter-high offering for strike 1. The runner goes. The pitch is low. The throw is late. So it's a 1-1 count with a runner on second base and nobody out. Stolen base for Austin Hughes. So it's a 1-1 count again, nobody out. And that one's going to be popped up. It's going to stay on the infield. It looks like Goller is calling everyone off, and he's having to evacuate the umpire. Funny play there. All's well that ends well. 1 away. Luciano Hernandez out on a P6. Here's Colin Buckley. Colin with a double L. The shortstop, jersey number 2. First pitch at the letters for ball 1. The heart of the lineup is up now. You got Buckley, the 3 slot, and River Gilardi on deck in the cleanup spot. Here's the pitch, popped up, might be playable, and it's going to land foul in front of the mound. Nobody made it. It's a Bermuda triangle between Johnson, Hall, and the first baseman Bermudez. And tough play. So Hall's going to reset. And there's a ground ball through the infield. It's a base hit. Here comes the throw. It's going to be cut off. And the score is 1-0 on an RBI single from Colin Buckley. It was a tough play for the shortstop Goller. It just made its way through. A seeing eye ground ball. But hit hard, hit with authority, that's for sure. So an RBI single. Here's River Gilardi with a runner on first and 1 out. Austin Hughes. Get a good read on that one. Now that one's a shot into left field. Garcia fields it on 2 hops. Just a line drive single. Back-to-back singles here for the Sonoma Dragons in the top of the first. Buckley moves to second. 2 on and 1 out for the 5th slot, Dylan Hudspeth. The catcher, jersey number 11. There's a little tapper. Goller has it. The throw to second is in time. That's the only out they'll get. Boy, what a tough play for Goller. He had to come back on it. It took a weird hop. All of his momentum was going to third, and it was all arm on the throw to Dylan Brown, who was covering second. So they get 1 out, but now it's a pair of snake eyes. Hudspeth reaches first on the fielder's choice. Buckley moves to third. Gilardi is thrown out on the base paths. And Caden Waldrop, the designated hitter, is going to call timeout. Thank you, Caden. I still get to update my scorecard. Two on and two out now for the sixth slot designated hitter. The pitch under the letters for ball one. Jersey number 23, a right-handed batsman. Sonoma's up 1-0. They're looking to tack on more, but Royce Hall looking to get out of it. There's a pickoff to first. Dylan Hudspeth brushing off his proof that he played. And back-to-back pickoffs. Ooh, that one was a little closer than the last one. Great shot by our technical directors there, catching that pickoff play. And 3 in a row. Hall really wants to keep that runner close. And again, that's more strategic. He doesn't expect to get him out there. He just wants to exhaust him out a little bit. It is tiring having your body slam against the dirt 3 times in a row. But still with an aggressive lead over at first is Hudspeth. Now it's 4 in a row. Hall walks off the mound. He's been walking off the mound after the last 2 pickoff attempts. He thinks he got him twice. Yeah, in all fairness, though, he does have a great pickoff move. It's very fast. It's very accurate. Bermuda's over at first. Doesn't even have to move his glove. He just has to catch the ball, and the tag is applied. Now the runner goes. Here's the throw down, and Brown is going to cut it off. For today, start at second base. He's probably going to come in to pitch should Hall face any trouble. And they want to give Cole Goler the comfort of staying at shortstop the whole day. Here's the pitch. It's low. So 2 balls, no strikes. 2 on and 2 out for Caden Waldrop. No, 3 balls and no strikes. And there's strike 1. So 3 and 1 now is the count. And a little tapper up the middle, and Brown backhands it. The throw to first. Safe. Wow, that would have been the play of the year if it was called out, but it was just hit a little too soft, and the speed of Waldrop was just enough to get there a hair soon. So it's going to be an RBI infield single. Colin Buckley comes in to score the second run of the game. Hudspeth moves over to third, and Waldrop is on first with a RBI infield single. And the second pair of snake eyes in this inning alone. Here's Wyatt Hinman, who's going to show bunt, pull it back, slash at it, and foul it out of play. So quick 0-1. Waldrop may have used all his speed to get that infield single. He doesn't look to be going anywhere on this first and third situation. Hinman, jersey number 12, a right-handed batsman. He's the starting pitcher today. Pitcher-on-pitcher matchup, and a nasty curveball gets him out in front. Just an absolute lightsaber sword type of swing. And Hall has really improved that off-speed offering. And the fact that he's only a junior, he's got a bright future ahead of him. The quick 0-2. It's going to be shot right back up the middle. Goler has it, and he's going to go to first. Show off his arm, even though he could have stepped on second. And that's going to end the top of the first. It's 1-0 as we head to the bottom. Welcome back to the American Canyon Wolves baseball broadcast. The Sonoma Dragons are out on the field. We'll start with them and their defensive alignment. Starting on the mound is going to be Wyatt Hinman, and then his catcher is going to be Hudspeth, number 11. Goulardi is at first. Stambaugh is at second. Hernandez is at third. Buckley is at short. And then the outfield from left to right goes Foster, Hughes, and then Murphy. The batting lineup for the American Canyon Wolves goes Royce Hall leading things off, followed by Mateus Garcia, and then Dylan Brown. Noah Johnson will be hitting cleanup, followed by Andre Lopez and Ray Bermudez, and we round it off with Cole Goller, Savon Som, and Matthew Schmaling. So now batting is Royce Hall. He's the left-handed batsman against Hinman. 2-0 the score is. My apologies for the end of the top half. It is 2-0. Royce Hall, the starting pitcher, getting the first look against Hinman. It's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 upstairs and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. There is a called strike. It kissed the corner of the plate on the outside half from the left-handed batsman Hall's perspective. Now the 1-2 swung on and sent to right center. Hughes has a beat on it, and Hughes will secure out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. So Matias Garcia batting second today. He moved up in the lineup, and he's going to swing and send one out the shallow center. Hughes barely having the move to his right. He secures out number 2. That one's hit a little higher than the last one, but it's always good to see these boys jumping out on top early, seeing the ball well. Here's Dylan Brown, the third slot hitting second baseman. The pitch is in there for strike 1. Brown with a little bit more of a relaxed stance, very Derek Jeter-esque. He's waving his hands, standing tall, feet closed together. Now he looks at ball 1. Ground ball, left side, through the infield, and a base hit for Dylan Brown. He's aboard with 2 out, and that lets them try to get something started for Noah Johnson. A little funny exchange there. Johnson tossed the bat to Andre Lopez. Andre Lopez was probably a couple steps closer than Johnson expected, and yeah, to Lopez's credit, he still caught it, but he had some words for Noah Johnson, giving him some feedback on his toss. Now the throw down to second, and it's a stolen base. The pitch was a strike, and Brown has put himself in scoring position. Brown, always a threat on the base paths. Nothing new there. Here's the 0-1 in the air. That looks playable. And the second baseman, Stambaugh, secures out number 3. The score stays 2-0 as we head to the top of the second. Welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. We're here in the top of the second inning. Chris Murphy is going to lead things off against Royce Hall, who's still in this game. He's beginning his second inning of work, and the first pitch to Murphy is outside for ball one. Oh, excuse me, inside, strike one. That one is outside the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike to Chris Murphy. Murphy, a left-handed batsman, jersey number 25, the starting right fielder, is going to take strike two. Bat has not left his shoulder yet on this 1-2 count. And a good start for Hall. And that's going to be fouled off the fence. Count stays 1-2. Ooh, he has the hop out of the way of that one. It's in on his feet, and it looks like it did skim his jersey or his pants. So he's on base. There's a hit by pitch. Second inning, the leadoff batsman is aboard for the Dragons. Here's Jack Sandbaugh, who caught the last out of the bottom of the first. Second baseman, jersey number 10, a righty, facing off against Hall from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Low tapper over the head of the third baseman, but backhanded by Goaler. That's going to be it, though. Everyone's safe. Murphy moves to second. Stambaugh with an infield single. Here is the leadoff batsman, Austin Hughes. First pitch is a called strike. That one is to the backstop, and everyone's going to move up 90 feet. Murphy the third. Stambaugh the second. And a little tapper. Again, over the head of Hall. Again, backhanded by Goaler. Excuse me, Hall. Lopez is at third. That's the second time they used to call that the Baltimore chop. It would be a high hopper that gets past the infield. So now a meeting on the mound. Pick off over to first base. Safe is Hughes. Murphy came in to score the third run of the game. Stambaugh's on third. That ball is going to be fouled away. Hall's going to come set. Here's the 0-1. Just misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good pitch, good miss. And pick off to first. Diving back again is Hughes. Another pair of snake eyes. I like how Bermudez receives the pickoff. He just keeps eye contact with Hall. Just applies the tag, waiting for the call from the field umpire. Now Hall's going to set. The runner goes. There's a ground ball through the infield. Tough play for the third baseman, Andre Lopez. It took a hop on him. He had no choice but to stay back and wait on it, and it just bounced a little higher than anticipated. So no contact at all with his glove. That's going to be a single. Stambaugh comes in to score the fourth run of the game. Hughes moves over to second. And there's a single and an RBI for Luciano Hernandez, that was. Now, that one is going to be hit to center field, and Savon Som secures the flyout off of the bat of Colin Buckley. That's only the first out of the inning. So Hall really laboring through these first two innings. Here's River Gallardi already in his second at-bat against Hall. A little chopper. Oh, off of the glove of Hall. He's going to go to first and still get the out. Great recovery off of Hall. That took a weird spin off of his glove. It looked like he got jammed. Buckley did. And so Hall misanticipated where his glove should be. It hit the tip of it. But great reflexes, a great defenseman. He stayed with it and still got the out. Great play. Here's Dylan Hudspeth, who's going to smack that one to center. Savon Som secures out number 3. The score now 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. Welcome back to the American Canyon Wolves baseball broadcast. Jersey number 4, the 5th slot hitting Andre Lopez is going to lead off the bottom of the second. Hinman fires strike 1. In on the hands. Hall has done a good job getting through and limiting the damage. There have been some runners left on base, but now Lopez and the rest of this American Canyon Wolves lineup is looking to attack the Sonoma Dragons. They need to get something started. The Sonoma Dragons have gotten their leadoff runner aboard, and now Lopez is going to hit a hard one-hopper to the third baseman for out number 1. And that's been the story so far in this very young ball game. Both leadoff batsmen aboard for the Dragons, and both leadoff batsmen retired for the Wolves. Here's Ray Bermudez, a left-handed batsman. Jersey number 20, the starting first baseman. And the first pitch is low. No call, it's a ball. The 1-0 swung on and fouled into Wolf Den Stadium. There's the thud. One ball, one strike, one out for Ray Bermudez. Pitch is in there for strike two. And that's going to be it for Bermudez as he retires. Here's Cole Goller, jersey number 14. Cole Goller was absent during media day. He's a three-star athlete on the basketball team, as well as the state championship football team in 2024. First pitch is out of the zone. Here's the 1-0, swung on and in the air. Playable for the infield. It looks like Buckley over at short is going to call everyone off and catch it right in front of the bag for out number 2. Out number 3, that's going to end the inning. Welcome back to the American Canadian Wolves baseball broadcast. Here's Caden Waldrop in his second at-bat today. Royce Hall from the wind. And the first pitch up and in for ball 1. That one's in the air. It looks playable. Who's going to call it? It's Som for out number 1. Three balls out in the outfield today for Savon Som, who's doing a great job being sure-handed as ever. Here's Wyatt Hinman. He grounded out to the shortstop in his last at-bat. Then kicking the pitch right at the chin level for ball 1. The 0-1, low. 2-0. The 2-0. Low again, 3-0. And that one finds the zone for strike one. 3-1 now the count. And these Dragons, they've really put the bat on the ball. No strikeouts today yet for Hall. That one's hit hard to left center, and Savon is going to dive, and it's off the tip of his glove. It's recovered by Garcia. Heading towards third, and safe is Wyatt Hinman. It's just a well-struck ball. Nothing he can do about that. I mean, the fact that Savon Sam even got the tip of his glove on it is miraculous enough. That was a long run, and just out of desperation, he dove for it, and he caught a piece of it, but that may have cost him a base. Wyatt Hinman was able to advance to third through all the chaos. Here's Chris Murphy with one on and one out, and now there's a line drive single to make it 5-0. There's an RBI for Chris Murphy. And that's going to bring up Jack Stanbaugh, trying to keep the inning alive. And he's going to check his swing. Safe. The 1-0, low tapper. It's off of the glove of Lopez, but it's rebounded by Goller, and they got him. Wow, what a play. It was off of the glove. Lopez was ranging to his left, and Goller was just in the right spot at the right time. He shows off the strength of his arm and gets the out at first. What a play. So Stanbaugh is retired on a miraculous 6-3. Out number 2. It brings the leadoff batsman Austin Hughes to the dish. Moving over to second through all that was Chris Murphy. Little tapper foul. A lot of balls off of gloves today. And that one's in the air. This should do it. Who's going to call it off? It's Brown. And there's out number 3. 5-0 now as we head to the bottom of the third. All right, welcome back to the American Canyon Wolves baseball broadcast. Savon Sam, who's having yet another excellent defensive day out there. The ball did tip off of his glove on that diving play, but a lot of baseball statisticians have argued, postulated, that low fielding percentage just means that the good defenseman has good range and he's getting the more bases. Now he's going to chop one to Buckley. The throw over to first is high, and it's off of the glove of Gallardi at first. Safe is Savon Sam, and that's the first leadoff batsman that's going to reach for the Wolves. That's going to go down as an E. 3 for sure. It was off of the glove of Gallardi. He should have absolutely caught that. But Savon Sam increases his on-base percentage. He's already proven he's got good range in the outfield. Matthew Schmeling in his first at-bat today. 1 on, nobody out. Hinman from the stretch. There's strike 1. Right at the letters. Schmeling would be a deadly speed duo should he reach base with Savon Sam. And that is the best case scenario to send it back to the top of the lineup. That's why Schmeling's in that 9th slot. They want some speed before they send it back to the top. He's going to show bunt. It's a beauty. Hinman has it. The throw to first. And they got the out there. Great play from Hinman, but a miraculous bunt. Third time I've used that today. I promise I'll stop. From Matthew Schmeling. He sacrifices himself to move Savon into scoring position, and that sends it to Royce Hall. Just couldn't have executed it better. Some updates on the sideline scoreboard here on the technical side. Some buttons have moved around. That's the thing with software, is always updating. You're always having to learn something new. First pitch to Hall, low and away. A runner in scoring position and 1 out for Royce Hall. Hall flew out to Hughes in center field back in the first inning to lead off the bottom of the first. And there's strike 2. Well, that was a called strike, the last pitch, whatever the count was before. It's hard to tell with the scoreboard. The scoreboard says 1-1. There's an outside pitch, so it's 2-1. 2-1 is the count. Here at the high school level, the scoreboard is operated from inside the dugout by whoever's tasked with it, usually one of the newer guys. That's upstairs, 3-1. That's the type of job you don't expect to see a senior on. But a runner in scoring position for the starting pitcher. Royce Hall, a chance to help himself. The pitch swung through and missed. That was a big cut. Healthy swing, just didn't connect with it. 3-2, a pitcher's full house. After Hinman was down 3-1. He's going to spin around and look at Sam. The chirps from the Wolves dugout, always amusing. The payoff pitch. And that's going to be it for Royce Hall. 2 down in the third. Here's Mateus Garcia. Machi, as they call him. First pitch, hacked at and sent foul. Looks like it caught a piece of the catcher, Hudspeth. And there's ball 1. The Dragons have scored in every inning. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the third. And the Wolves are trying to get on the board here with Savon Sam in scoring position. And 2 outs for Mateus Garcia. There's a ground ball to the first baseman who knocks it down. He has to recover and toss it to the pitcher who's covering. And there's out number 3. The Wolves squander a base runner. It stays 5-0 as we head to the top of the 4th. All right, welcome back to the American Canyon Wolves baseball broadcast. Luciano Hernandez, jersey number 15, the starting third baseman, is going to trot to the plate. He popped up to the shortstop in the first, and he had an RBI single back in the second that made it 4-0. Here he is in his third at-bat, or plate appearance so far. We'll see if it qualifies for an at-bat after he takes ball one. And the pitch, a curveball below the zone for ball two. And the 2-0. Right on the corner, the inside part for the right-handed batsman. Strike one. The wind picking up on this otherwise beautiful day. It's blowing straight out. Hall has a 2-2 count now. He's going to wind. And the pitch tapped foul. It stays 2-2. And a batsman's full house. Hernandez worked for that one, fouling off a few, taking a few good pitches. The payoff pitch is a ground ball to Lopez, and Lopez can't handle that one. And then Garcia bobbles it a little bit out there. It was hard hit. Hernandez is on first with a decision that I'm not qualified to make. Here is Colin Buckley. RBI single back in the first. And he flew out in the second. He did score the second run of the game after that single he hit in the first. Now he's going to take strike one just above the belt. The 0-1 swung on and missed a big hack. Quick 0-2 for Hall. A little check swing. Grounder to Goler, who can't handle it. It looked like he dropped it on the transfer. That was a tough play anyways. Goler was trying to have the unassisted double play where he takes it himself and then transfers it over to first. And he just lost the ball finding it in his glove. So Buckley's going to reach on an error. Hernandez is going to move to second. Here's River Gallardi, who's 1 for 2 today. He's going to swing and miss, 0-1. A single in the first, and that great play in the second, where it bounced off of Hall's glove, but he recovered and still got the out. Line drive, base hit. A one-hopper to the left fielder. And that's going to jam the bases for the fifth slot hitting Dylan Hudspeth. Now timeout. There's a piece of equipment on the field. It looks like an Evo Shield insert, or one of those protective pieces for the wrist or the hands. Gallardi on first, Buckley on second, Hernandez on third. The first pitch to Hudspeth at the plate is an off speed that was swung on and missed very early. He was fooled by it. Hudspeth reached on a fielder's choice, stole a base in the first, and he flew out to the center fielder back in the second after he swings at another off speed that fools him back-to-back times. So quick 0-2. Hall certainly pitching for the strikeout here. The bases are loaded with nobody out. Low ground ball to Goler. He flips to second. There's one. The throw over to first, and it's a double play. The scoreboard was incorrect. It's only 2 outs. Luciano Hernandez comes in to score the 6th run of the game. Buckley moves to third. And it was Gillardi and Hudspeth thrown out on the base paths. Here's Caden Waldrop. Waldrop had the RBI infield single back in the first. And he flew out to Savon Som in the third. Waldrop, number 23, right-handed batsman, is gonna take a ball too high or too outside. Either way, it's 2-1 the count. And there's a hard hit ball sent out the right center field. Savon Som giving chase, and Savon Som is going to have to play it off the wall. It dribbles all the way there, and rounding third is Waldrop, and he's going to get there standing. It's an RBI triple for Caden Waldrop, 2nd RBI of the day, and the 7th run for the Sonoma Dragons. Yeah, 7 runs, 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 2 again here in the fourth. That's going to be it for Royce Hall. And a tough outing for that young man. Not much you can do there. If a team sees you that day, the team sees you. But Hall has a great future ahead of him. These are the types of losses you take with you. You learn from and you draw your experiences from. It's the losses, after all, that make you a better player. Because in the games that you win, it's the lessons learned from here that really solidify your winning strategy. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll resume the top of the fourth. Welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. We're here in the top of the fourth inning. 1 on, 2 outs, and 2 runs already in this inning alone. It's now 7-0 as Mike Terrell, jersey number 15, comes in to relieve Royce Hall. Hall's going to exit this game with 3 2/3 inning worked and 7 runs surrendered. So Terrell's first batsman, his first assignment is going to be Wyatt Hinman. Hinman, the starting pitcher. Tall, lean build with a wide stance, slightly open at the front. First pitch from Terrell is going to be lined over the head of Garcia, who's going to leap and still make the grab. Wow. What a play from Garcia in left. He thought he had no chance at that one. And out of desperation, jumped, make the catch to end the fourth. We're going to head to the bottom in just a bit. Welcome back to the American Canyon Wolves baseball broadcast. We're here in the bottom of the fourth in the 7-0 ball game against the Sonoma Dragons. The American Canyon Wolves dugout getting very amped up now as they send Dylan Brown to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Brown is up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Ooh. And Brown with his signature move, he gets on first with a hit by pitch. Here's Noah Johnson. Johnson only in his second at bat today. He popped up to the second baseman to end the bottom of the first. 2 low, 1-0. Brown with a moderate lead over at first, but you know he's got some speed if need be. Hinman is going to come set from the stretch. And way upstairs, a back pick to first. Not even close. So basically 2 wild throws in a row. 2-0. The wind still blowing straight out, as indicated by the flags on top of the scoreboard in left center field. Just about 370 feet away. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Fouled off. Good healthy swing from Johnson. Two balls, 2 strikes. A runner on, nobody out. Hinman sets. And the 2-2. Johnson stays alive. Brown may have been on the move, either on his own or on a hit and run. Either way, he has a jog back to first. And Brown is going to steal second uncontested. The throw was low, so it's a batsman's full house. Where the pitch was low, however, there was no throw from the catcher Hudspeth. He lost the ball in the transfer. So Dylan Brown with his second stolen base of the day. And a runner in scoring position. Third time a runner has reached second today. And Johnson, with his full house, he wins the battle. He draws a walk. First and second now for Andre Lopez, who's having a tough day defensively. Admittedly, a few hops have not gone his way. Some days that just happens to you. You just can't seem to find anything in your glove. But now a timeout's called. Everyone's going to convene on the mound. And it looks like the two base runners, Lopez and the on-deck batsman Bermudez, are all going to consult with head coach Matt Brown over by third base to discuss what the strategy is. Now Lopez is a very good hitter. You don't want to make him bunt and take the bat out of his hands. So they're likely just trying to avoid getting into a double play. Get a good break on anything hit. Get a good jump, rather, off of the base. But now everyone back at their offices. Hinman's going to set the pitch. Too high for ball one. And this is the biggest threat the Wolves have put up all day. And the pitch is a strike. So 1-1 is the count. Hinman sets. And the pitch. Off the plate, off the edge. 2-1. Lopez really looking to capitalize on the situation. 2 on and nobody out. Too high and a good count for a good hitter. 3-1. You can definitely be looking fastball here. Hinman absolutely does not want to walk Lopez. So Hinman wants it in the zone. Lopez is looking for it. It's out of the zone, and Lopez draws a walk. Back-to-back walks, and the bases are loaded. Dylan on third. Noah on second. Andre on first. Here's Ray Bermudez, who's 0 for 1 today. He's looking for his first hit, first RBI of the day. Couldn't have had a better chance now. Bases juiced, and he's going to take it outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Too high again. 2-0. Couple of easy takes. The infield is not playing in. They will sacrifice a run to get a couple of outs if it's on the ground. Ooh, hungry swing. He was way out in front of it. 2-1. In the air. Maybe playable. The catcher, Hudspeth. And Hudspeth is going to make the catch. That's always a fun play to see from a catcher. Hudspeth played that with textbook execution. So there's the first out. It's a pop up to the catcher. And Caden Roberts is going to get his first at bat here in the fourth. Jersey number 16. And he's going to tap that one foul. So Caden Roberts, 0-2 count now after fouling off a couple pitches. Base is loaded. Roberts made a lot of appearances on this broadcast this year. And he's going to take it low. 1 ball, 2 strikes on a very close pitch. He's going to swing and foul it off, and he's going to stay alive. He's battling out there. 1-2, the count remains. Roberts coming in to hit. He hasn't been able to throw all season due to the right elbow inflammation he's been having to deal with and manage. But he can still swing, and he's certainly a capable batsman. No better chance to prove it now than with the bases loaded. The 1-2. Way outside. Coming in is Brown, and he's going to slide head first, and it's 7-1. He's going to score on a wild pitch. Johnson moves to third. Lopez is on second. So a little bit of work done for Roberts, but Roberts still with a chance to cash in 2 more. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he's going to dribble this one to the shortstop, Buckley. The throw over to first. And they got him. It pulled the first baseman off the bag a little bit, but the umpire said he remained long enough to secure the out, but it will be an RBI. Johnson comes in to score the second run of the game. Lopez moves to third. Productive at bat for Caden Roberts. Here's Savon Som with a runner on third and 2 outs. First pitch is a called strike. He fouls that one away, 0-2. And there's a shot down the right field line, just foul. Oh, it's fair. It's a fair ball. Savon Som has a double down the right field line. Well, you know, the umpire has a better view of it than I do. And he was standing right on the line. And it was foul. It was foul by maybe a hair or 2 down the right field line. The home plate umpire and the field umpire discussing the events that they unfolded that they saw. Now he's speaking with Matt Brown, trying to explain how the decision was made. We'll see what Savon Som does, if he stays at second or he has to go back. It's a little confusing right now. Savon Som is coming back. And he's going to take the bat out of the hands of Matthew Schmaling, who's waiting on deck. And they say in baseball, an inch is a mile. Just a few inches foul. May as well be a couple miles. Savon Sam back in the box. He's got an 0-2 count, trying to stay alive. Trying to drive in Lopez. Cut this deficit. Here's the 0-2. Upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Probably the longest at bat of Savon Sam's season. The 1-2 from Hinman. Low. 2-2. Good takes. Back to back. Hinman sets. Here's the 2-2. Easy take. And a batsman's full house after he was down 0-2. The payoff pitch. Easy take, and Savon Sam draws a walk. He's on first. What a battle of an at-bat from Savon Sam. Here's Matthew Schmaling. He's got a pair of snake eyes and 2 outs. Schmaling had that beautiful sacrifice bunt back in the third. It moved over Savon Sam to second base. Now he's going to take ball 1. That was one of the best executed bunts of the season for the Wolves. Just couldn't get any more textbook. Pitch is low. 2-0. Inman looks over at Sam on first. Sam with great speed. Lopez, too, can run exceptionally well. There's a strike at the letters. 2-1. Easy take. 3-1. The offering was just about at the level of the bill of his helmet. Now a sign from the catcher. He's trying to coordinate with his infield what to do if the runner goes. Where the throw's going, who's receiving it, who's throwing it where. Lots of scenarios can unfold right here. 3-1. First and third. And back-to-back strikes. It's pitcher's full house against Matthew Schmaling. The payoff pitch. Easy take. And the bases will be loaded for number 15, Mike Terrell. Lopez still at third. Sam moves to second. Schmaling on first. And he's summoned by Coach Matt Brown down the third base line. And a new pitcher, number 22, is going to come in to pitch for the Sonoma Dragons. Jersey number 22, that's going to be Owen Powers. He's a senior. Owen Powers on the year. He has appeared in 6 games. He's given up 24 runs, 20 of them earned in 15 in the third innings. That's good for a 9.13 ERA. So not the best season for this young man, but he is a left-handed pitcher facing off against the left-handed Mike Terrell, so he will have some benefit. So Mike Terrell, he's got the bases loaded, 2 outs. He's facing off against Powers, who winds, and the first pitch is going to be a jam shot caught by the third baseman Hernandez, and that ends the threat. The Wolves add 2, though. It's now 7-2 as we head to the top of the 5th. All right, welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. Leading things off is jersey number 25, Chris Murphy. Murphy today was hit by a pitch in the second, and he scored the 3rd run of the day. In the 3rd, he had an RBI single that made it 5-0. 7-2 now, here in the top of the 5th. Mike Terrell, who came in and handled business. He got Wyatt Hinman to line out to Mateus Garcia. It was a great play from Garcia out in left, just leaping for a ball that was destined to be over his head was bound for the wall. And Garcia with some great speed, some great athleticism. And now a 2-2 count against the left-handed batsman, Chris Murphy. Terrell. He's got an intimidating presence on the mound, and he offers the 2-2. It's a two-hopper, right, to Dylan Brown, who secures out number 1 here in the 5th. Ball 1 to Jack Stanbaugh. Ooh. That's a foul ball, it looks like. We just have to confirm before I say anything. And he's being instructed to go back. That clearly hit the bat. That did not sound like flesh whatsoever. If it hits the bat, it's a foul ball. And in baseball, we call that selling. So he's really selling the call right now. And if he stays on first, wow, okay. So Stanbaugh, Oscar of the year right there. He's on first with a foul ball. Here is Austin Hughes. I don't know what now. Matt Brown is asking what the home plate umpire saw. I would be asking too. I mean, you didn't even see it, you heard it. It was clear as day to everyone in the stands. And so now Matt Brown is saying, I mean, if you called it foul, why are you letting him stay on first? So a little bit of disappointment there. I don't blame him. That's a tough call. Very tough call for the Wolves to have the workaround now. It's a runner on first. Maybe. We'll see. A little bit of indecisiveness from the home plate umpire. The thing is that if you're an umpire, you got to make your choice and you have to stick with it. You have to be convicted in your calls. And I guess there's the verdict. It's a hit by pitch. Runner on first with 1 out for Austin Hughes. Pick off to first. Safe. A chance possibly for a double play. But Hughes has a lot of speed. It would have to be hit perfectly for them to turn 2. The 0-1, low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. There's strike 2. The only thing Stanbaugh was missing going over the first base was him shaking his hand and acting like it really hurt. That would have really put it over the top and gotten him that Oscar performance. And strike 3 called. Second out of the inning for Terrell, and he's working around the runner on first. Here is Luciano Hernandez, who's 2 for 3 today with an RBI and a run scored. So Big Mike getting the work done. Oh, and that's going to hit Hernandez, the first pitch. Just square in the shoulder blades. And that doesn't help the cause at all. Yeah, no doubt that one hit the batsman. So Hernandez on first, Stanbaugh on second. Here's Colin Buckley, the third slot, hitting shortstop. Buckley has an RBI and 2 runs scored today. He's 1 for 3. He reached in the 4th on an error, and he scored the final run of the game thus far at 7. Johnson speaking with his pitcher, Terrell. So it looks like a pinch runner over at first base. Jersey number 4, Nicholas Dimitri, is going to take over at first for Luciano Hernandez. Now there's a ground ball, backhanded by Goller. The throw across, it's long and it's over the head of Bermudez. And now a runner's going to be hung up in between the bases. The throw down the second. And now there's a run down to the plate. Here's the throw to the plate. They got him. 6-3, 4-2 on the putout. Wow, what a play. That's going to end the fifth. Okay, welcome back to the American Canyon Wolves baseball broadcast. Let's try to explain what happened back in the top of the fifth. So it was a ground ball to the shortstop. What was the situation? It was 2 outs with a runner on first and second. The throw from the shortstop to the first baseman was over the head. So the runner on second rounded third, and he tried to stay put. He stayed put at third. The runner on second, the pinch runner, was caught in between second and third. Because the runner on third base wasn't advancing, he was stuck in between second and third. So they threw the ball to Dylan Brown, who chased the runner to third, and that had 2 runners on third base. So now Stanbaugh, who was at third, tried to come home. Brown threw it to the catcher to get out number 3. Here's the leadoff batsman, Mateus Garcia, here in the fifth, facing off against Powers, and swing and a miss. The 0-1 is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mateus Garcia. So, again, the top of the fifth, that's kind of the only plays you'll find in high school. And a half swing. Safe. The real mental mistake at the top of the fifth was Stanbaugh standing on third. He should have tried to score sooner through all the chaos. And swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 2. Otherwise, the defense executed that perfectly for the Wolves. Anyways, here we are now, bottom of the fifth. That one is outside, and the batsman's full house after Garcia's worked it full. In the air, playable. The pitcher is calling everyone off. No, he's not. It's the shortstop, Buckley, who catches it in front of second base for out number 1. Sounds like the I got it came from the shortstop. The pitcher was only pointing at the ball. He wasn't trying to catch it. Here's Dylan Brown. He's reached base twice. He scored the first run of the game in the fourth after stealing a base. And he reached base by his signature hit by pitch. One and one now, that counts. Line drive through the infield. That's a hard hit single off of the bat of Dylan Brown. So he's 2 for 2 today, and a run scored, and 2 stolen bases. Just the epitome of production. Here's the cleanup batsman, Noah Johnson. Johnson popped out to the second baseman in the first. He drew a walk and scored the second run of the game in the fourth, and that's been it for the Wolves. Back pick to first, blocked by the first baseman. Good play there. You don't need to catch it cleanly. It's just a nice little block. He picks it up in front of him, kind of like a catcher. Now the runner goes. Here's a throw down the second, way offline, and a third stolen base belongs to Dylan Brown. Shout out to our technical director, Janelle, for catching that pickoff move to first. You could see the first baseman, Gallardi, recovering the ball. But the pickoff doesn't matter. Brown advances into scoring position for Noah Johnson. Now a hard hit ball to center field. Hughes is going to make the catch. No chance to tag there. It was hit too hard. And with it being in center, the throw is a little too close for Brown to risk it. Here's Andre Lopez. After that hard hit line out, Lopez grounded out to the third baseman, and he walked in the fourth. 0 for 1, looking to make it 1 for 2 today. Ooh, he was on top of that curveball. He swung just a tad early. The runner goes. It's a strike. Safe at third is Brown. Fourth stolen base of the day. So now he's on third. And with Powers, he already has a wild pitch. Oh, and a line drive. Base hit. 2-out RBI for Andre Lopez, who comes through in the clutch. Seven to 3 now. The score is. Here's Ray Bermudez. Lefty on lefty matchup. This is going to be a fun one. You don't see two lefties square off too often. Bermudez looking for his first hit today. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-0. Bermudez started the season midway. His first game was against Novato. He is a transfer from St. Patrick St. Vincent in Vallejo. The 0-1, way outside, easy take. 1-1 is the count. Excuse me. 2-0 is the count. The scoreboard is incorrect. The first pitch was a ball, so it is 2-0. Pick off to first. Oh, and it gets away. Lopez should be thinking 3. He's rounding second. And hands were held up. And now they're trying to send Lopez back to second. So, tough break for the Wolves. Because the ball got lost in the stands, it's a dead ball, and the batters only allowed it 1 base. So, either way, Lopez in scoring position on that errant throw. That's going to be a rare E1. It was a bad throw from the pitcher. And a curveball up high. 3-0 is the count to Ray Bermudez. And Powers struggling to find the strike zone right now. The runner goes. It's a called strike. But safe at third is Lopez. Lopez says that last play doesn't matter. I'll do it myself. And he steals third. Second stolen third this inning alone. And now Powers is going to choose the windup. Here's the 3-1. And there's strike two. There was a ring up from the home plate umpire. But now pitcher's full count, and that's way outside, and Bermudez gets the walk. So Bermudez defeats the pitcher's full house. Another pair of snake eyes. And here's Cole Goller, who's back in this game. He's hitting here in the fifth. Low tapper to the shortstop, Buckley. That's going to be a tough play. The throw, safe! Lopez scores, and Bermudez chugging the third. Safe! All around. It's now 7-4 off of the bat of Cole Goller. What an exciting play. I mean, you knew Lopez was scoring all the way. The real excitement there was Ray Bermudez, that big hunk of a man, making it all the way to third without the ball even leaving the infield. He gets a high five from the Dragons' third baseman Hernandez, who's chuckling at him. That's fun. That's fun to watch Bermudez run. It's just like a train chugging along. Can't stop him. Here's Savon Som. And now timeout. It's going to be an infield single and an RBI. Goller just beat that out the whole way. No doubt about that. 7-4 the score is. And Bermudez getting a chance to catch his breath. Here's a new pitcher. It looks like it's going to be jersey number 3, Henry Foster, a senior for the Dragons. This year, Henry Foster has a 1-1 record. He's appeared in 11 games. In 22 and a third innings pitched, he's only surrendered 5 earned runs. He's got 15 strikeouts against 13 walks in 81 at-bats. So a very impressive pitcher. Henry Foster is. He's only got a 1.57 ERA, so this is one of the pitchers that Sonoma counts on in these tough situations to get them out of it. Some Backyardians music playing in the American Canyon dugout. This is a team that just has fun. All right, so the bottom of the fifth continues. 2 runs the Wolves have put up. It's 7-4. Foster against Som, and the first pitch is low and in for ball 1. So on Som, hit a ball down the line that was errantly called fair. It was foul by maybe a ball's diameter. But he has seen it today, and now he's going to get hit in the thigh. That's going to load the bases for Matthew Schmeling. And you can hear the thud off of Som's thigh. That was a just square hit. So the resilient man is on base for the 3rd time today. A lot of production from that spot. He's been stranded twice thus far. Matthew Schmeling looking to do something about that. Oh, it looks like it's going to be Mason Harris who's going to be sent up there. Jersey number 12, getting his first at-bat here in the 5th. Mason Harris is going to line one to center field. 1 run scores. Another's being waved in. It's now 7-6, a 1-run ball game. Off of that 2 RBI, bases loaded, 2-out knock from Mason Harris. He wastes no time. He ambushed the first pitch. And it's now a 1-run ball game. How exciting is this? It's Bermudez who scores the 5th, and Goller who scored the 6th run of the game. Savon Som, with all his speed, made it to 3rd on the play after starting at 1st. So now it's Royce Hall. No, Mike Terrell, rather. First pitch, swung on and missed. And that's fouled away. Terrell's first at bat in the 4th, he popped up with the bases loaded to the 3rd baseman Hernandez. But 4 runs on the board this inning alone for the Wolves. They've cut the deficit. They were down 7-0. And now a rundown. A chance for Som to score. Now the throw over to 3rd. And Schmeling staying in the middle. He's trying to induce a rundown. He's trying to get them to throw the ball away. And now there's the rundown. Now the throw home. And this game is tied. And that's how you manufacture a run. A lot of the credit belongs to Matthew Schmeling, who was just hanging out between 1st and 2nd, just daring them to do something about it. And the speed of Savon Som was too much. It's a tie ball game. The go-ahead run is now on 2nd. Mike Terrell just called timeout. 0-2, 2 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th. In the air and out of play. As it thuds on top of the dugout. The 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th batsmen have all scored in a row. And on 2 outs, no less. 5 runs this inning. And a chance for the Wolves to jump out ahead. Swinging a low tapper. Terrell trying to beat it out. It's bobbled by Buckley. The throw to 1st, and they still got him. Wow, what a recovery from Buckley. That could have been a lot of damage. But the Wolves tack on 5. It's a tie ball game as we head to the top of the 6th. All right, welcome back to the American Canyon Wolves baseball broadcast. It's a brand new ball game, 7 apiece here in the top of the 6th inning. Mike Terrell is facing off against jersey number 8, the cleanup batsman River Gallardi, who has 2 singles today. 2 for 3 he is. And Terrell's first pitch is going to be lined back up the middle for a leadoff single for Gallardi. 3 for 4 and 3 singles. Here's Dylan Hudspeth. Hudspeth reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. He's 0 for 3. And the Sonoma Dragons catcher is going to duck out of the way of that eye-high offering. 1 ball, no strikes. And the temperature differences here at American Canyon is pretty crazy, as that ball is skied to Garcia. Sure enough, 1 away. The temperature differences are crazy. I'm sure out on the field in the sun, it's nice, warm, and toasty, but the moment you enter the shadows, it's freezing. Almost feels like the moon. And the temperature differences on the shadow side and the sunny side. Here is number 23, Caden Waldrop. He's got 1 on and 1 out. First pitch is a strike. Terrell finding the zone early. And that one's skied. Right center field. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Schmeling, who shaded way off the line. What a catch there. 2 outs here in the 6th. Wyatt Hinman at the dish. Hinman today is 1 for 3. He was the starting pitcher. He had that triple back in the 3rd, and he scored the 5th run of the game for the Dragons. He has made contact every at-bat, and he does it again. Looks like it could be trouble. Schmeling is going to dive, and that's going to end the 6th on a great play by the right fielder, just flying in out of nowhere to make the grab. And we head into the bottom of the 6th. The score stays 7-7. Welcome back to the American Canyon Wolves baseball broadcast. And that first pitch is going to be a strike against Mateus Garcia. Again, it's going to be Henry Foster on the mound. And Foster misses high. One ball, 1 strike. Garcia waits And he's going to take strike 2 on the inside. If that's a strike, I don't know how he would have hit that, but 1-2 it is. Foster winds and delivers it too high, 2-2. Way upstairs, where was that? A batsman's full house. Payoff pitch. Put it in play. Left side of the field, and it's going to be caught by the left fielder. That's jersey number 12 out in left field, Wyatt Hinman, who started the game, so he just trades spots with Foster. Here's Dylan Brown. First pitch, called strike. And that's put into play to the right side of the field. Murphy, number 25, is going to wrestle with it and make the grab at the last minute. Admittedly, a little more dramatic than need be, but that's out number 2. Here's Noah Johnson. He is battling the sun out there. Right field in American Canyon is the sun field. The shadows point that way. So anything in the air, and those fielders are staring right into the sun. First pitch to Johnson is at the shoulders for ball 1. It was Archer Hilzebeck who played that position exceptionally well last year. Can't remember any misplayed balls out to right field on sunny days here in American Canyon. Johnson takes a nice healthy swing and fouls it off. 1-1 is the count. Andre Lopez waits on deck. Easy take. 2-1. Big, healthy swing, 2-2. Johnson wanted to take the lead with that swing. Johnson in the cleanup spot. He can certainly knock one out of here, especially with the wind blowing the way that it is. Straight out to left center, his power spot. The 2-2, easy take again. A batsman's full house. Second this inning. Payoff pitch inside for ball 4. The full house wins the battle. Here's Andre Lopez with 1 on and 2 out. Lopez today has a run scored. He's got a stolen base, a walk, and a single. 1 for 2. He also has an RBI. He drove in the 3rd run of the game. That was Dylan Brown. Low. 1-0. Foster's going to set. And the pitch is a called strike. So Foster started out in left field. The designated hitter in his position was Caden Waldrop. So Foster coming in, he has an ERA, a buck something. The runner goes, the throw down, safe. And he beat the throw. Andre Lopez now has a runner in scoring position. Noah Johnson stole himself a bag, but Foster was designated hit for because he is one of the best pitchers on this Sonoma Dragons team. So they gave him some looks out in left field, a chance to stay warm. But now he's doing his job on the mound, trying to keep this tied. But Johnson says no to that one. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Excuse me, Lopez. Johnson on second. Johnson represents the go-ahead run. If they can score now, this game could be 3 outs away from ending. And that is outside. Oh, and a balk. So Johnson moves to third. No pitch on that last one. So it looks like we'll see what the explanation is, but the umpire on the field said that when the pitcher came set, he kind of flinched a little bit before going. You can't do that in baseball because it'll deceive the batter or the runners. So you have to come set clean, and then you have to go and pitch, and without any variation. Otherwise, you get to move up a base, because that's how you prevent cartoonish plays where you shake around and you mess with the eyesights of the batsman or the base runners. So a very strict call from the umpire. Tough break for the Dragons, but now the winning run. The go-ahead run, excuse me. They would still need 3 outs in the top of the 7th to win. The pitch to Lopez. High. A batsman's full house yet again. 3rd time's the charm. That's the 3rd this 6th. And strike 3 called. Ends the bottom of the 6th. It's a tie ball game as we head to the top of the 7th. Welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. Still a tie ball game here in the top of the 7th. Mike Terrell is going to be tasked to face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in Chris Murphy, Jack Stanbaugh, and Austin Hughes. Luciano Hernandez is due up should any of those men reach, but Terrell doing all he can to make sure that does not happen. The first pitch is out of the zone, 1 ball, no strikes, but a good pitch from Terrell. His fastball sounds heavy in the mitt of Noah Johnson, and that one is too low. He overshot it. 2-0. And all these Wolves defenders can think about is getting 3 outs and winning the game in the bottom of the 7th. But they need those 3 outs first, and it's going to be a little difficult with a 3-0 count and the leadoff batsman. Terrell does not want to allow the leadoff batsman to reach, and he does. 4 straight balls, and Murphy's on first. Murphy represents the game-winning, the go-ahead run. I keep saying game-winning. So, should Murphy reach all the way around the scoring position, it's really an open playbook for the Sonoma Dragons. It looks like Savan Sam gets the call. He's going to come in to pitch. Going out to left field is going to be a player off of the bench. Jersey number 6, that is Jason Taylor in left field. Mateus Garcia moves to center. And Savan Sam on the mound. We haven't had a chance to see him too much on this broadcast, but this is going to be an exciting one. So Savan Sam is warming up. He gets 8 warm-up pitches before the game resumes. Let's try to pull up some statistics on the year for that young man warming up on the bump. Mike Terrell is out of the game. In left field is Jason Taylor. And then Garcia from left moves to center field. So Savan Sam on the year, he's only appeared in 3 games. In those 3 games, he accumulated 3 1/3 innings of work, 3 hits surrendered, 4 runs, but 5 strikeouts in 3 1/3 innings of work. So very impressive. Sam certainly has the ability to shut things down here. He's going to face off against jersey number 24. Looks like a pinch hitter. It's Jake Armitage, who's going to be asked to bunt, and he misses for strike 1. So Armitage is batting in place of Stambaugh. Again, 24, getting his first at-bat here in the 7th. And there's ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike with a runner on first and nobody out. And a chopper to Goler, who eats it up and keeps it in front of him, but everybody's safe. That was a tough play to make. It was just a 2-hopper with some top spin that Goler, to all his credit, kept in front of him at the very least. So it's going to be an infield single. Murphy on second. Austin Hughes now. Jersey number 1. Takes strike 1. The go-ahead run is on second. There's still nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Hughes today is 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Now he's going to line that one foul. Quick 0-2. No timeout. Looks like they're trying to get the ball out of play. And it's being fished around for. They don't know where it is. It's somewhere down the left field line. And there it is. Finally. Hey, goes the dugout. That ball is retrieved. It's 0-2 against Austin Hughes, in case you forgot. Sam sets. Here it is. In the dirt and to the backstop, and everyone's going to move up 90 feet. The go-ahead run 90 feet away. He stands on third. Second and third now with nobody out. The leadoff batsman in the box. 1-2. Here it is. In the dirt. Good block from Johnson. Just a real nail-biter here in the seventh. The infield's playing in. Anything on the ground, the play is going to be at the plate. If the runner goes. The pitch. Strike 3 called. And the 6th strikeout of the season for Savan Sam in his very limited 3 and now 2/3 inning of work. He gets him looking. Couldn't have asked for a better strikeout situation. Or a better outcome in a strikeout situation. Now that first pitch is going to hit Luciano Hernandez, and that loads the bases, but that's okay. That puts the force on every base now. So as long as Sam can keep the pitches low and keep it on the ground, this defense should be able to handle it. And to the backstop. And the back pick to 1. Oh, and it's going to be thrown away. 8-7 now. It was to the backstop. The runner on third stayed put, but Hernandez over at first took way too big of a lead, and Johnson overthrew the first baseman and in the right field. Murphy scores the 8th run of the game for the Dragons. Colin Buckley takes it in the dirt to the backstop again, and now 9-7. Hernandez moves to third. The infield still playing in. Still only 1 out. Buckley today is 1 for 4. But he did reach on an error in the 4th. He's got 2 runs scored. And he's going to sky that one to the right side of the field. It's going to be Schmeling who's going to come in on it. Schmeling handles it, and he's going to make a good throw to the plate and keep the runner staying put at third is Hernandez. So 2 away on that F9. Here's the cleanup batsman, River Goulardi, who's 3 for 4 today. He has 3 singles. Goulardi's been seeing it well. He's going to tap that one foul. Owned 1. Sam finds his sign and sets. The 0-1, low and away, 1-1. Tapper, one hopper to Lopez, who throws it in the dirt, and Bermudez can't pick it out. 10-7 now as Hernandez crosses the plate. Whether that's an E5 or an E3, either way, Goulardi reaches on what should have been an out. But we're going to put it down as an E5. It was a tough throw for Bermudez to handle. There's no way he could have dug that out well. Now a chopper to Goaler, who throws it to first. Oh, and that's going to be dropped. Bermudez was ran into. It's now 11-7, but wow, let's hope Bermudez is okay. He's down. He still hasn't gotten up. Just a collision at first. It was Dylan Hudspeth running. The throw from Goaler pulled Bermudez up the line towards home plate. And that's where Bermudez entered the danger zone. Let's hope he's okay. This Wolves team has really been facing a lot of injury, with the two power pitchers out in Mason Harris and Caden Roberts. And now Bermudez slow to get up. I mean, let's just hope he had the wind knocked out of him. That can happen where it's not necessarily a muscle or a bone, but just a matter of catching your breath. Let's hope that's all that was knocked out of him. Well, Hudspeth we're going to put down as an E6. The throw from Goaler is what pulled Bermudez up the line. And it looks like Bermudez is going to stay in this game. So it was just a matter of catching your breath. Sometimes when you get knocked in the ribs like that, it feels like your ribs contract. And as hard as you can try, you just can't suck in any air. So, scary sight. Not a pretty thing to see whatsoever. Caden Waldrop, number 7. Excuse me, number 23 is waiting in the box here in the 7th. So I guess the umpires now are trying to figure out where the runner goes. I mean, obviously we see Hudspeth at first, but where does Gilardi go? Is he on second or is he on third? No, he did score. He scored all the way from first, Gilardi did. So 11-7 now on that tough play. First pitch is low to Caden Waldrop. The designated hitter today is 2 for 4. He's got 2 RBIs, a triple in the 4th. Now low tapper. Brown has it. The throw to first. Got him. That's going to end the 7th. The Dragons put up 4. It's now 11-7 as we head to the bottom of the inning. All right, welcome back to the American Canyon Wolves baseball broadcast. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The Wolves dramatically tied it up. They put up 5 runs in the 5th before surrendering 4 in the top of the 7th to make it 11-7. Ray Bermudez, with that scary play just a few moments ago, is set to lead things off against Foster, who's on this mound, and he's tasked to finish it off. He will get the win if he can get 3 outs before the Wolves can score 5. That's the task ahead of these boys. And we'll see how much fight they have in them. Bermudez is going to tap one softly to Stambaugh, who throws and gets out number 1. Here's Cole Goller. Goller had that infield single back in the 5th, and he ended up scoring the 6th run of the ball game. And he's going to take strike 1 right at the knees. Upstairs, 1-1. Line drive, foul. By just a few feet over the jumping Coach Hansen down the first base line. The 1-2. Little chopper back to the pitcher, Foster, who throws it over the first. And good recovery from Ghilardi. The throw pulled him off the bag, but he landed back on first base for out number 2. Here's number 21, Caden James. First pitch is a called strike. James is going to get his first at-bat here in the 7th. Swing and a foul back. Wolves are down to their last strike. Swing and a miss, and that's going to do it. The Sonoma Dragons pick up their 5th win of the season. And just a tough loss for the Wolves, who made it very interesting in the 5th. I mean, they tied it up. They were down 7-0 and somehow scored 5 runs in the 5th to tie it up at 7 apiece, but they just couldn't quite keep the lead in the top of the 7th. The train came off the rails just a little bit, and that was enough for the Dragons to secure the win. So big thank you to Jennifer Harris Realty, American Canyon Orthodontics, and Cole's Chop House in Napa for your support of the American Canyon Wolves baseball broadcast. My name's Nathaniel Thomas, and we'll see you on the next one.